The one with fire. I can't remember what it's called.
You're being hailed?
Yeah, being hailed.
Tokon boost, by the way.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, yeah. So we'll get smooth sailing from here?
Should be.
Alright. We can start with it,
Alright. Beep beeps and bops and boops. We're talking video games. This is Modular Media's year-end retrospective on video games of the year 2023. I am your host, Boingo Ryder, and also the other host is...
Hi, it's Buster, aka the one who actually played games from this year, but not the big ones.
Sorry, I have no money.
Well, I also don't have any money. So what's your excuse? What the? That we just started.
Hello.
There was gaming going on here.
There is. We actually just started.
The game.
You want to talk about video games?
I can talk about all of the games.
Alright.
The ball is the first game ever being invented.
You're not gay enough to say that line.
Sorry, boys. I just wanted to troll you a little bit. I hope you have a good show.
We do a little trolling here.
You do a little trolling.
Bye now.
Should we leave that in?
We can. But we thought, hey, let's talk about some video games that happened this year, the news and everything that has happened over the course. Because, well, we didn't play 10 games for us to go like, hey, top 10 games that came out 2023. But like a big number of games happened. A lot of news has happened. A lot of sweeping stuff has happened in the gaming industry. And we did play some games that were cool and impactful, and we should talk about them.
Yeah. I guess we can talk about January was weirdly eventful for games, at least for me. Because two major, smaller budget games came out that, like, kind of, like, dominated the conversation for the rest of the year, I'd say. Hi-Fi Rush and Pizza Tower.
Yeah, also, two games that definitively, like, show, I think, the course of where gaming wants to go in the future.
Explain?
Okay, so I have played Hi-Fi Rush. I did not beat it, but I have played it.
Yeah, same.
It is a much more stylized, much more art style focused game made by what is considered a bigger studio. What was it?
Tango Gameworks.
Tango Gameworks, which is part of the whole Bethesda network. And it was announced and released on the same day.
Yeah, I remember that.
And like, no big hype train, nothing, no big giant marketing push. It was just, hey, here's a game we made. We put a lot of effort and polish into it, but it's not breaking our backs trying to make it. We didn't crunch, as far as I'm aware. It's just a good, solid game. Here you go. And it's like, oh, how delightful. A game that I don't have to compromise my morals to play.
Exactly. And it's probably the best thing Xbox has put out.
It's the best brand. It's the best new Xbox IP in years.
Yeah, or even just new Xbox game in general, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, like, there's been good games on Xbox, but that's the thing. They're just on Xbox.
Yeah, they're not like Xbox, like, exclusive or owned by Microsoft. Microsoft has kind of been struggling. Like, yeah, Halo Infinite kind of got a redemption, but it's like that took a while, and everyone just kind of like the mainstream dropped it after a while. So,
and Killer Instinct got a patch this year. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that was fighting games have been like this year was like further on their uphill. Still some problems here and there, but like on the uphill.
I genuinely think AAA feels like it's imploding on itself.
Oh,
while AA, single A, and indie have really grown to replace it.
Yeah, because lots of freaking... We've seen so many games close this year. Gundam Evolution, which I think also came out this year, which is weird.
Yeah.
Did Babylon's Fall came out this year? I forgot.
Yeah, I think so. But it's just like, looking at... You go back 5 years, the landscape of gaming is very distinct. You have the Call of Duties, you have the Overwatch, you have those big AAA multiplayer games that just everybody's playing, and now barely anybody talks about Overwatch.
Yeah.
The only people who play Call of Duty are the hardcore fans.
Yeah, and like the recent game reviewed so terribly.
And like the big hashtag AAA experience games, I feel like the only one that happened this year was Starfield. And that one people were just kind of like not hyped for. I saw nobody just going like, "Oh, I'm so excited to play this."
And when it came out, people really didn't like it.
Yeah, but like the last big triple A things I can think of is like maybe Thor Ragnarok, not Thor Ragnarok,
God of War, Ragnarok, and Marvel Brained.
Yeah, Marvel Brained. I just did a Marvel stream last night with Pan.
Yeah, no. I mean, speaking of Marvel Spider-Man 2, which also was kind of rushed because a lot of features that would normally be in the game, like New Game Plus and the ability to re-listen to like J. Jonah Jameson's podcast, are locked behind a patch next year.
Which is, it is all the triple A things are getting super rushed because it's taking 10 years to make a game now.
Yeah, like we just had the Insomniac leak, which was a horrible thing that happened, but it kind of put into perspective the next Ratchet and Clank wasn't even going to come out till 2029.
Yeah. But it's like these games are taking that long to make, and it would take longer if they weren't crunching and abusing employees. So it's just making me go like, yo, take a step back. We don't need all the photorealism.
Yeah. Who cares what Twitter thinks? If the game looks fine, if it's polished enough, like...
And that's what Hi-Fi Rush shows, because it's a AA game, and it's just is polished the fucking back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like interesting. I feel like if I'm gonna be real I know you don't like Pokemon anymore, but like if a Pokemon game came out this year, I feel like the gaming discourse this year would be even bigger than it already is because of freaking how Scarlet and Violet turned out. Which, you know, like I am like somewhat apologist, but I fully like no, I'm not.
From what I've heard, I have made my peace with the idea. Like the minute Pokemon Company fixes its shit and is like, all right, we're not crunching employees. All right, we're giving time to games. We're gonna polish them up. I'm back on board.
Yeah, it's just that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just that's not gonna happen anytime soon. And that's the thing. It's like lower end, higher polish, I think, is going to be where we're seeing the most hype for games in the future. Because what do we have a list? Do we just have a list of cool games that came out in 2023?
I have the ones I played. I mean, I guess, well, speaking of big, Baldur's Gate 3, neither of us have played it. But it did win Game of the Year, and it's been basically on many Game of the Year lists. And it's being praised for how big it is. Even though, it took, years to make. I mean, this thing was announced for the Google Stadia first. Yeah. I remember, this thing was announced for the Google Stadia, then that imploded. It just, a whole weird shebang that they get, but it still turned out well. But people are taking the wrong lessons where it's we need to go bigger and bigger because Baldur's Gate is hundreds of hours of content. When it's no, the reason Baldur's Gate succeeded is because it's replayable and it's fun
and very polished. It's been polished to back and fuck, and even then, it still has things that are wrong with it.
Yeah.
I have heard so many people talk about missing parts of stories. Some characters don't have they get a paragraph for their ending in certain playthroughs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, and it's just it's that kind of thing. It is polished, but it's still not so polished. You know what I mean? I'm trying. Yeah, words are hard.
Words are hard, but we get what you mean. Where it's even Baldur's Gate has its cracks.
Yeah, but smaller projects where they're allowed to, where they can make the game in a year and a half and spend 8 months just polishing it, have been doing good. Hi-Fi Rush, like you said, Pizza Tower, which has taken a lot longer than a month and a year and a half, but
yeah, but it's an indie game that they made in their spare time. I think they get a pass.
But that's very polished, and
it's very fun. Some of the best animation of the year.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just looking at I pulled up a list of some of the top games that came out this year. We had there's a lot more big hashtag AAA games than I thought, but they don't feel like the big bloated AAA games.
Yeah, we had Armored Core 6, which I played, and that was hard, but it was really fun.
Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah, which I'm still mixed on the idea of doing that.
Yeah, but from everything,
it's still it's
worked,
so good,
polished. It's good, but it doesn't feel bloated like, say, Grand Theft Auto 6 or a Bethesda game does. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It people love that game because they can replay it over and over. I've seen people go on their 5th playthroughs, even in the first week of launch. So it's like that's good. We should make more replayable games like that. Maybe we should stop making them remakes, because remakes have also been a hot talking point this year.
Yeah, there has been some remake. I wouldn't say fatigue, but it is kind of like, all right, this is getting a little much.
Yeah, like I think the Sega games they announced, like I think those are all sequels, but they could be mistaken for remakes, I think.
Yeah.
Let me look. Any remakes other remakes that came out this year? Trying to look. Oh, Dead Space. Why did we need to remake that? You could have just ported the trilogy.
Yeah, you could have. But hey, it's there. I think it was also just a remake to kind of stick it to the one spiritual successor kind of thing.
Yeah, which is a whole other thing.
Mario RPG.
Oh yeah, Mario, but that was like a good remake because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, Mario RPG, yeah, it's a good game too. I actually played the original for the first time this year, and I really enjoyed myself.
That's good.
It's a really charming game, like oodles of charm.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at through this list. It's like, yeah, there was a lot of interesting good things that came out this year, and it doesn't feel like it feels like the last of the AAA bloat is dying, and something better is coming in its place.
Yeah, especially like freaking 2024 is opening with the Suicide Squad game, but like, that's dead on arrival.
That's dead on arrival. No, the only thing that looks interesting is like, oh, that's a neat idea for boss fights. Yeah. And that's it. Like, oh yeah, everybody making fun of Last of Us Part 1 remake.
And they're doing a Part 2 remake. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Don't support that Zionist piece of shit, Neil Druckmann.
Yeah. That's another thing. Just in general media all around is people finding, wow, you're a lot shittier than I thought you were.
Yeah. I feel like there was something.
Terra Strong. I'm just gonna.
That's just general media stuff. That's a bit out of games. I know people give Nintendo devs shit for like not having the best creative interest, but guys, they're doing a lot better. They're keeping their mouths shut compared to what some of the AAA devs and the other studios are doing and saying. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the thing. At least Nintendo is like one of the few Japanese companies consistently to treat their employees good.
Yeah, so it feels like I'm more talking about political issue, but
but yeah, speaking of Nintendo, a lot of like big, heavy-hitting Nintendo games came out this year.
Yeah, Pikmin 4 finally came out, and sorry to peek if we may peak the podcast early. It's my game of the year.
Ooh, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
I barely played that, but what I played was fun. It just kind of seemed like more Breath of the Wild, and I'm kind of like, I'm ready for something new.
It feels like Breath of the Wild with a more in-depth crafting mechanic.
Oh yeah, the crafting is like, whoa, this is insane. But like,
it feels like kind of a demo for a more fully featured new Zelda game.
Yeah. Which you could say the same about Breath of the Wild, but at least Breath of the Wild had that new feeling. Now that we're just going back to the old world. Also, the story, like there were some good bits in the story, but it didn't really grab like as many audiences as it could have.
Yeah, but it is there, and I think a large part of why it became so popular is just look at the thing I can make.
Yeah. Oh man, the contraptions on social media during the first few months were insane.
It has a very similar like Minecraft vibe.
Yeah. Also, Prime Remastered came out. A new Metroid Prime Remaster, and it was beautiful, and it played super well, and it got me into Prime. I'm very excited for it because apparently there's other remasters for the other two games coming. I'm very excited to try those out.
But also they did say, "Hey, we're restarting Prime." I like how they were honest with that.
This year or somewhere?
No, I think it was around when that kind of stuff was going down.
No, that was like years ago.
What? Okay,
well, that was like 20. They restarted Prime 4. Like, let me look up the Prime 4 Wikipedia just to.
You're fucking fact checking me. How dare you?
2019 they restarted.
Damn.
Yeah,
well, maybe closer than we think.
Yeah. I feel like either next system, which I know Wyatt's gonna hate me for saying that. Hi, Wyatt. Or very soon. I think it's very soon because job listings are coming up on Retro. I'm assuming that's for Game Test or their next project.
Yep.
Just release it so we can get back to some Kino Donkey Kong already. I know Donkey Kong fans are starving for a new game, so.
Yeah, I mean, we also had a remake of Mario versus Donkey Kong.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah, that's coming up. I thought it was out. I haven't been paying attention.
It does seem like it would be out by now. It comes out in February, though.
But we also had Mario Wonder.
Yeah, which is a close contender for like second game of the year, I'd say. Because
it feels like, okay, let me try and describe it the best way. The new Super Mario Brothers games always kind of felt like Super Mario World.
yeah,
This feels like a return to Super Mario Brothers 3.
I could see that because a lot of elements do feel Mario 3-ish, but it also just has a bunch of new elements. Like I talked about this in my video, but just the art style, the idea of break time levels to like for portable play.
Mhm.
They do so many clever game design tricks to just freshen up everything, and
But-
badges change like up your play style and all the fun characters you can pick from. It's a great game.
It feels like a Mario game where like they looked at how other platformers extend their playtime and go like, what's the elements we can take from all of this
Yeah,
and make something Mario feel.
yeah, because it's still a Mario game at the end of the day.
Yeah, but like it's neat, it's fun, it's trying something new. It has a neat art style. I love the new animation. Also, we have a new Mario voice actor.
Congratulations! What's his name? No, I'm sorry.
I'm making you remember things. Fuck you.
Mario Wonder voice actor. I know his face.
Mhm.
Kevin Afagini. Yeah, and he's also the new Wario and Luigi voice actor.
Yep.
Yeah, so congratulations to him. He's just been super chill. I love that like a couple of his tweets before he announced to get Mario was just him enjoying Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah,
So it's
but hey, good job. You basically got a paycheck for the rest of your life, bud.
Yeah, you got the money flowing. Like, because he also did voice again Wario in the new WarioWare game, which I haven't played, but I heard it's fun.
It feels like it's a return to the more classic WarioWare style after what I think is a very admirable experiment with the one before that.
the chibi one.
Yeah, the one where it's like the idea is the way you interact with the game is based on the character, and I think it makes sense for a WarioWare game. I understand die-hard fans were like, but
Yeah. Oh, actually, I didn't get to talk about Pikmin 4 a lot. Sorry.
Pick 'em.
Pick 'em. The ice Pikmin are so overpowered, but I love them. Because if you just throw ice Pikmin, there's gonna be a freeze meter, and that freeze meter fills up quick. They do so much little like changes to the formula. Like you can only have 3 Pikmin types out at certain points. The caves and dungeons are super fun to traverse. Auto lock on makes everything much easier and snappier. It feels like Mario Odyssey, where there's like it's still a traditional Pikmin thing where you can speedrun, but there's so much more content and so much more collectibles to get, and it's just so fun. Also, the dog Odachi, one of the best gaming mechanics and characters of the year. Like such a cute dog. I love Odachi.
Neat.
Yeah,
I have never played a Pikmin.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about real-time strategies.
Well, I've played what's that it was a platformer that was heavily inspired by Pikmin.
Oh, the toy game. The toy king.
I know it wasn't toys. It wasn't toys. It was the
robot.
The little dude with pink hair.
Pikmin inspired indie.
A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them. I know. I saw you play that one
on stream. That's the other thing.
But
like
Tiny King.
Tinykin.
Yeah, Tinykin.
Tinykin, which is fun.
Yeah, I saw you play that on stream. It looked really cool. I want to try it out sometime.
It's a really cute game. It's much more platformer focused and puzzle focused than resource management like Pikmin.
Yeah, Pikmin 4 might be a hard sell for like a first time, but like Pikmin 3, I think will ease you into it. Like,
didn't Pikmin 4 like break Pikmin records?
Yeah,
like,
it's the best-selling Pikmin. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, so at least it's like people are excited. It struck a chord with people. It probably helped that they ported 1 and 2 over to eShop beforehand, and like those are some solid ports. Although 2 removed all the branding. I haven't played much of 2 yet, but I played Pikmin 1, and that's a really fun game.
You know what? It's fine that the branding is gone. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, you still get the general idea of these are products humans used. Speaking of products humans use, fighting games.
Fighting games. The thing that's trying to really productize all the things.
Oh, yeah. Let's start with what Guilty Gear characters came out this year? I want to start with the good stuff.
Oh, Bridget came out this year.
Did she? I think
I'm
she was
pretty
last year.
sure. No.
Guilty Gear Strive DLC list. Let me look.
I am almost dead certain Bridget came out this year.
I am looking. Okay, looking at year. Wait, how do I find finding the roadmap for freaking characters is so hard. Like, just character DLC. That shit's. I know Johnny came out this year, and we just had Elfelt.
Yep.
Elfelt's really fun. She's my new main, I will say.
Yeah, a lot of her animations are very cute.
Yeah, like her pokes are really funny.
No, you're probably right. The season 2 pass trailer was 2022.
Yeah, like I remember Bridget was announced at the year anniversary of Strive. So like I should know. We've been having Bridget discourse for like multiple years at this point.
Could have sworn it was this year. Damn.
I'm sorry.
Look at me with poor memory.
Yeah, I'm always correct.
Johnny came out. He's cool.
Johnny. I haven't played him, but he does look fun. So that will say it. I actually haven't bought Johnny yet. I have bought everyone else except Johnny, because I bought the season 2 pass and then I just bought Elfeld on her own. So
also That Man came out this year.
Oh, Asuka, yeah. That what a grand. Oh, Bedman too. Bedman question mark.
Well, yeah. It's Bedman.
Bedman. Yeah. Oh, that was really fun. Yeah.
But Johnny's been cool. His song is the best one though.
I kind of like Elfeld's more, but that I just could be just because I'm maining her. So
I just love Lean. It's just such a good like bluesy jam.
Yeah. In my defense, I haven't heard Lean as much as I should, so I need to take a couple re-listens. Because the thing with Guilty Gear music is the first listen is great, but it gets even better the more you listen to it. And
there's a Eurobeat remix of Lean.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
That sounds like, you know what Eurobeat is. It's the Initial D style.
Yeah, I listen to Eurobeat.
Yeah. But Strive has been chugging along. It's been going good. I think
it sold 2.2 million this year.
Was that more or less than Xrd?
Way more. Xrd sold barely 1 million. Guilty Gear Strive.
The final Xrd, didn't that make good sales?
Let me check the sales for Xrd Rev 2.
Because that one happened, and then it's oh, this is doing pretty good, and then Strive just blew it out of the water, kind of thing. I thought.
Yeah, here's the thing: Guilty Gear didn't sell that well because it's Xrd. I know for a fact Xrd did sell. It sold 0.10 million according to Video Game Charts, which isn't the most reliable site, I know, but Strive was the first one to break 1 million.
Hey.
Yeah, because remember, BlazBlue was the big franchise before.
Yeah, and didn't the guy who made BlazBlue leave Arc this year?
No, that was last year.
It was Jesus fucking Christ. Time is a lie, and everything happened all at once.
Yeah, freaking the years are more.
The years keep coming, and they don't stop coming.
Fed to the wolves, and and we got new I guess I'm going to the Evo, because you can basically find everything fighting games that happened at that year's Evo. We got Garo gameplay that year. This year.
A little bit of Garo.
Yeah, and it looks great. I love the cell shading they're doing.
Yeah, but it also looks like they're trying to, I would, for lack of a better way of describing it, revive the sprite reusage of the mid-90s.
Yeah, with models, and I like that.
Do it more.
Yeah. Good on you, SNK. I mean, we already saw that in King of Fighters 15 with the Samurai Showdown characters.
Yeah, so. But for the way SNK makes fighting games, I think SNK works best when they're making a shit ton of fighting games all the time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And treating it kind of like TV, you know?
Yeah.
And that will get very expensive if they have to keep making character models. But if they could make a Terry and reuse a Terry for a lot of things, it's oh, okay, you can fill out a roster with this, that kind of thing. It works.
Yeah, sorry, I just replied to someone. Okay, let's get into the two bigger fighting games that came out this year.
MK1. Let's talk about MK1 first.
I was gonna talk about MK1 first, because Street Fighter 6 is we have so much to say, good and bad, about that one. MK1, I didn't play it. Actually, no, I played it at my cousin's house, and it was fun, but that's because I was playing with my cousin. I don't know the actual quality of the game.
Yeah, it's a full on new reboot, but it's also not a new reboot.
Yeah, I remember I showed you guys the ending to the story mode one year, and Vac was laughing his ass off.
Yeah,
because it was like so funny. Because they did the whole multiverse shit, and it's like I know people are sick of multiverses, but like, oh, whatever. I mean, I just think you just have to do it well, you know?
Yeah, but it's Mortal Kombat. The people who love Mortal Kombat are down for Mortal Kombat.
People who hate it.
Yeah, it just looks clunky. It just looks clunko.
This one's the smoothest one of the modern games, I'd say. And by modern games, I mean the ones that started in 2011. Jesus.
Yeah, well, you're talking like 5 engine, because you have the classic 2D ones, then you have the 3D era, and now we're in the new 2D era.
Yeah.
And they just keep iterating on those ideas.
Yeah, and it's like cameos do spice up the combo potential, and it's cool that we got Omni-Man in there. They should have done Homelander first.
Yeah,
just because it's like Omni-Man's more stronger. Like, I feel like would just be a bigger, like, oh shit, that would be a better end to your season pass, but that's just me. Also, I know they probably had to do Omni-Man first because of the Invincible tie-ins.
Yeah.
But
it's doing the same old story things. It feels, I hate to put it this way, but with like how every other fighting game is doing things, all the big strides in innovations Mortal Kombat has been doing since its return to 2D feel antiquated.
I think the last big one that worked was Variation.
Yeah.
And even then, that you could argue, well, that's just Capcom versus SNK 2, you know? With the glove system. But, like, even that Variations had their own spice to them. This, like, it just cameos. We have that in, like, a bunch of other tag team fighters. And tag team fighters aren't, the big thing. It's still just an assist attack instead of just switching between characters.
And now all these different games are adding tag mode.
Yeah, like Guilty Gear's getting a tag mode next year.
Is it tag like Marvel or tag like
Marvel?
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong. We don't know what they just said 3v3 mode coming soon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't wait for the Life Pharaoh videos. Those are going to be hilarious.
But like Mortal Kombat, it feels like Mortal Kombat rested on its laurels.
Yeah. Like I think MKX was like the last truly innovative one.
It's very much like, hey, we're Mortal Kombat. You play us for the story and you like the characters and check out these guest fighters. It's like, oh yeah, that's fun. That's neat.
Yeah.
But then fucking Street Fighter 6 came in, ate its lunch, and then shit its pants.
Well, Street Fighter 6 came out first, remember?
Yeah, I know, but I'm just more in the conversation story we're having.
Yeah. Alright, Street Fighter 6. This is the game I played the most this year. I have nearly 100 hours in this game. I kind of hate it though. No, I can't. I mean, it's a weird feeling.
You hate the stuff around it because the game itself, good, solid.
Oh, it is so fun. It is the most fun I've had of Street Fighter. I've played Third Strike, and I'm like, this is the most fun Street Fighter. Especially because there's a single player to do.
It's a return to Third Strike, though. It is that return to the parry system, back and forth stuff.
Easier execution,
but not as structured as 5.
Yeah,
5 was very flowchart. You do a thing, you do a thing, you do a thing.
Yeah, and it locked so many of the moves behind like meter, but this game gives you a bunch of meter to just go nuts with.
Mm-hmm.
Like putting EX moves on your drive gauge, brilliant idea. Whoever thought of that idea, give them a raise.
Here's the thing. Street Fighter, the team that would, the Capcom that made Street Fighter 5, I would not trust them with Darkstalkers. The one that made 6, I trust them with Darkstalkers.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, these guys are made some of the most fun fighting mechanics. And I love how there's modern and classic controls. I'm going to be upfront, I use modern, but I still find value in using modern, you know? There's still
anytime I've played it, I've used classic.
I know you use classic, but and I still use classic controls and stuff like Guilty Gear and even original Street Fighters. But I don't know. Sometimes I just want to chill, you know. And it's and it's still I feel like I have, especially if modern controls I have enough of my kit where I'm even the things I'm missing, I can still reasonably play, you know.
Right. I think the biggest thing is the character I like to play is Zangief, and if you play modern Zangief, it is Oh, you're playing on easy mode?
Yeah, that feels a bit cheap to some people.
So partially, I just like the way classic mode feels. I
Yeah.
like churning butter and all that kind of stuff.
Nah, I get you. And also the single player is amazing. World Tour, I love World Tour. World Tour is one of the best fighting game modes ever. It has fun story. Yeah, the story's not kind of complete, but the characterization you get is so flavorful, so fun to experience.
The story isn't like big bombastic Street Fighter story. It's a slice of life anime.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. It's a slice of life anime. And I do hope there's like a bit more to it later.
Oh,
but that's just because I'm having fun playing it, you know?
Like, it made so many people love characters that they wouldn't think they would love. And just
like
added
E
so much
Honda.
depth.
I love E Honda now. I played E Honda because of World Tour.
E Honda, like, Ryu has so much more depth now.
Yeah, and like I already thought Ryu was one of the best fighting game protagonists, not just because he's Ryu, but because I just thought I liked a lot of his story. But they made him even better.
He's just a good man. He's just trying his hardest. It's really good.
Yeah, and they expanded on they didn't sacrifice any of the past elements that people like about these characters. They just brought them out to the forefront. And like they took the Wikipedia articles, the wiki articles that people always read about fighting games, and just put them like, this is what they are. You know,
and I just like give them so much personality. Like Jury just being a moocher and just like, hey, give me fucking shit. It's like that's what Jury would do, and it's fun.
Yeah, and even just the text messages you get, those are just so fun. It's just like Street Fighter 6 has probably the best launch of any fighting game, I'd say, if only because of World Tour. I mean, great, the online still works like charm. Like I love the avatar customization, but it's like World Tour alone makes this one of like the best launching fighting games.
Oh yeah, and like it teaches you how to play the fighting game.
Yeah,
it goes through like different enemies do different things, and you have to do different tactics for each one, teaching you the full kit.
Yeah, and it's also just fun to just explore these areas they've built.
Because it's like we're saying, oh, it's a story mode. It feels like a Yakuza world.
Yeah. And I've been playing Yakuza this year, so I can tell you, it's basically just like a little mini Yakuza Kamurocho, but like in New York.
Metro City, baby.
Yeah, oh man. I want story DLC for this game. I guess that's a good segue to why I've kind of fallen out of love with this game.
It has a lot of predatory microtransactions.
Yep. And it's not even just of course, there's $15 turtle costumes. $15 turtle costumes. I did not know. I stole that from I'll link you the freaking song I found it from right now because someone made a $15 turtle costume song and is the most fun. It's the most reflective on my feelings of this game.
Here's the thing. I could see all of them going for like maybe $8.
Yeah, but like Max, I was watching Max's video on this earlier. He put it best because you can only buy fighter coin, and they only have, and the way they put it, it's like, okay, each costume is 300 fighter coins, like outfit 3 stuff, but they only let you buy 250 fighter coins for $5. They don't let you get anything in between, and so you have to pay $10 for the costume.
Yeah, it is very like if you could just buy it with regular money, it wouldn't be as egregious.
Yeah.
It's because you have to overspend to get what you want.
It is bad. It's bad business. I hate the monetization of this game. It is.
How's the character monetization? Like buying a new character?
It's basically the same. I don't know. I think it's the same around this. How could open up my PlayStation to check, but I don't feel like it.
I'll just Google how much is Rashid DLC.
Yeah. And also, that's actually another problem I have. The characters are coming too slow. Like, yeah,
we've only had 2 this like shown off.
Yeah, and they're playable. Rashid and Aki are playable. They're fun to play. But why is this taking so long? I don't know. I feel like they should have prepped more just so we could have all the DLC in 1 year. I don't know.
It's $30 for 4 fighters.
Yeah, they let you buy the characters directly. And $30 for 4 fighters is a bit egregious when you consider that, like, in Street Fighter 5, they gave you, like, 5 fighters for 25? And I get it, like, higher quality animations or whatever, but still, it's like, doesn't feel right, you know? Maybe they give you extra world tour, but not everyone. Like, I know Max has not touched the world tour, so that he just plays online. So it's like, not everyone's gonna care about that stuff. Like, a lot of people, this also just makes it a hell for competitors to set up their Street Fighter 6 thingies, you know?
Mm-hmm. What do you think they're gonna do? How much do you think they're going to? Do you think they're gonna change it? Has there been any like?
I think they're waiting till season 2 to do some updates to the mechanic, to the, like, how everything works. Because right now we still basically, as soon as Akuma comes out, they're gonna announce this is my prediction. As soon as Akuma comes out, season 2, we're gonna do a bunch of tweaks, and hopefully the new outfit, you would be able to actually directly buy outfits, because we should be able to. We shouldn't go just put them on the PlayStation. Like,
yeah, it's not It's not the end of the world, but it is not.
Yeah, and it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth of like, do I really want to be associated with this game? You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that Street Fighter 6 is a microcosm about everything right and wrong about this year in gaming. Honestly,
yeah, there's a lot of good in Street Fighters, and that's the thing.
Yeah, it's like some of the best Street Fighting. Like, some great single player, which is very rare for fighting games. Even my precious Guilty Gear has
That's even rarer for Capcom fighting games.
Yeah, or like just Japanese developed fighting games. I hope Tekken 8's single player is like even half as good as World Tour, because Tekken 8's gonna have single player, not just the story mode, but like a little arcadey mode, you know? Like, and I hope Tekken 8's good. I hope it is. But like, because like the game basically revealed everything this year. And it's like, yeah, I hope all these, like, the fighting games learn and they're good. And yeah, I don't know, just...
How much is each fighter in Guilty Gear? I'm gonna Google that.
$7, I think, around. And then, but like, DLC is only like, the pass is only like 20 to 30. And you get like I don't know.
You get like 5 Guilty Gear characters.
Yeah, and each pass around.
I don't know. It's on one level you could like, if you only want one costume, it's not the end of the world. But getting the whole thing is just it's $99 to get all the third costumes.
Yeah, which again, for tournament organizers, that's no good.
Yeah, because then you're just going like, yeah, you can't pick your costume. Yeah, but I play Zangief in this way, or I play this character in this costume. Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, granted, everyone's default looks are good enough in my opinion, but I know that's not everyone feels that way. People want their basic Ken.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a great situation.
Yeah,
and it could easily be fixed. Like change how much coin you get per dollar. Like they don't even have to get rid of that system if they don't want to.
True. Yeah, they just need to tweak it, you know.
Mm-hmm. And they tweaked Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, so they can tweak this.
Yeah. How much was it about this expensive early in Street Fighter 5's life?
No. Like, costumes are like $5 or $4 in Street Fighter 5. And that kept the game afloat from what I understand.
Yeah. Maybe they were worried and that's why they priced it that way. It's like, if this doesn't go good, costumes are keep us afloat.
Yeah, even though you're not really making many costumes or as much costumes as 5.
Yeah, we've only had one set of costumes the entire time it's been out.
Yeah. It just feels like the update progress is slow. And I get it, it just came out, came out this year, and it's like, usually fighting games take a while to get into their content drive. But still.
Yeah. And it may also just be like, they wanted it out, and they're trying. I don't know. There's something going on.
Yeah, they did want it out from what I understand at the PS5 launch, but then the whole Ono fiasco happened. Pretty sure Ono's doing fine. He was at EVO this year, actually. He just really bugged Harada about Tekken Cross Street Fighter. Which is, I'm pretty sure that was just a joke. I don't think that's actually happening.
Yeah, they're friends.
Yeah. I do want Tekken Cross Street Fighter to happen eventually. I feel like we're long overdue for another fighting game crossover.
I have a feeling we're closer to SNK versus Capcom.
Oh yeah, 100%. I have no idea who's developing it. Get Aiding to do it. I know they're doing the Hunter x Hunter fighting game, but get Aiding on it. Get your finest Aiding devs to make the most busted SNK Capcom fighting game ever.
I mean, it's very possible because the card game came out recently. Came out not recently, but like it got re-released.
Yeah,
The
I
one that
know.
was on the Neo Geo Pocket.
Yeah, and then they also had the Chibi game, which was like the first time of like, ooh.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think SNK Capcom versus SNK 2 should at least get ported before we get a new one.
Oh yeah, ported with like rollback. I could see that happening.
Yeah, that would be people would go nuts.
But keep the low res character portrait art for the character select.
Yes,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like
just
you got all
get
the
low res Ryu.
Yeah, low res Ryu. Yeah.
A lot of indie games happened this year though, because we talked about Pizza Tower.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's Sea of Stars was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Shame about what they had to patch in recently, but we're not.
Well, we're not going to mention that.
Yeah, but like, I heard Sea of Stars was good.
Which is also related to the Messenger, which I've played. Messenger.
Yeah, I heard mixed things about the Messenger. I heard there's some like weird shit in it, but like I don't want to like speak because I haven't played the game yet.
It's what if the classic NES Ninja Gaiden was a Metroidvania?
Yeah, I know. Like I'm talking about story dialogue stuff that people found weird. Like actually, the gameplay's fine enough.
It's a time travel story. It's gonna be weird and meta.
Yeah.
El Paso Nowhere. No, not El Paso Nowhere. El Paso Elsewhere came out this year.
Oh, Knuckle Sandwich. I haven't beaten it yet, but that's a fun game so far.
That's the RPG with WarioWare mini games as the battle mechanics, right?
Yes. And it's like, oh, when I found out why the game was named Knuckle Sandwich, I had like the biggest "what the hell am I playing?" kind of like.
Oh, I thought it was just a cute name.
Oh, but I don't want to say it. But
because I have wanted to play it. But yeah, no, El Paso Elsewhere came out, which is a vampire shooting game with like Max Payne slow-mo.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I found out about this because I follow one of the writer for this game on TikTok, and he's been talking a lot about game dev and just like his experiences and everything. He got into fucking hot water when Baldur's Gate 3 came out because everybody misinterpreted his tweets.
Was that why the Noodle stuff happened? Where Noodle made that video?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was the guy who was like, "Hey, this is an anomaly. This shouldn't be seen as like the benchmark."
Yeah, and he was right.
Yeah, but this is the guy who said that wrote this game, and it's like, oh yeah, no, hell yeah.
Yeah, good for him. Also, a Cassette Beast came out this year. You played that, Boingo?
Oh yeah, Cassette Beast. It's fun. It is a Mon Catcher game, with beautiful art world, beautiful little world. That's what I want from like a little a Pokemon like game where it's just like it's a open world. You just go in a direction and you fight things and you solve puzzles, right? And you go into dungeon.
Yeah, like it did, and the sprite work is like, oh, that's like that's a good Gen 5 inspiration.
Good Gen 5. It's very Gen 5 inspired, but there's also like they definitely added their own stuff into it to give it a
I know it's an
isekai. Yeah, it's an isekai. Everyone's from different universes, so like they also have that level of miscommunication of, oh, I remember this. That's not how I remember it.
That is actually a brilliant take on the multiverse story. I actually might want to play this.
Like, there's legit one of your companions is this like gothy punk girl, and she's very sad because she doesn't have her favorite music. But there is a mall in the world map that got transported to this world, and so you and her go into the mall to look for that album, and you get to the record store, and she finds it. But it's not that album because it's from a different dimension where they did different things. It's not exactly the right thing.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of like sad melancholy of like this is close, but it's not close. It's not my mother's cooking, you know?
Yeah.
It's close, but it will never be close enough. But it's like understanding and accepting that things aren't going to be perfect, but you can move on.
Yeah. I guess on the complete opposite side, Lethal Company. It's the new streaming game.
The new stream game. I have not played it. I don't want to play it.
Nah, it looks a bit complicated for me. And I'm like, I like the aesthetic. I like the low poly aesthetic, but I'm like, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah. It's It is what it is.
I'll just stick to Among Us.
Among Us.
Yeah. Which did get some new cool updates this year.
Yeah, they're doing a whole big crossover with a bunch of indie games.
Yeah. I know freaking Vampire Savior did a crossover for Among Us. So freaking Stephanie Sterling has to write Among Us lore.
Wait, Stephanie Sterling did Vampire Survivor?
She's the writer for the game.
I didn't know that.
They're the writer. I don't know the pronouns, but like they're the writer for the game.
As far as I remember, it's she, her now.
Yeah, sure.
It may be she, they.
She, they. Well, either way, Stephanie
We
Sterling.
respect Stephanie Sterling in this household.
Yeah, good fella. But like, yeah, like I know they've been writing the game for like I think since they came out. But I'm
on Bluesky so I can check pronouns.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, just good stuff. I've actually been playing a lot of Vampire Survivor just like as a procrastination tool for my writing. It's just a fun little like I boot up my laptop, I just click the arrow keys and just mess around and just have a fun roguelite experience, you know? Because it's such a simple game, but it's so addictive, you know?
Commander Sterling, she them.
Okay, I got it right. Yeah. Yeah. Respect pronouns, kids. Anyway.
Yeah, we just gotta, yeah. If you have the chance, you can look it up. You can look it up. Do it.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. Yeah, but Vampire Survivor, probably like the best, like, just my favorite time-wasting game this year. Just so chill, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
that's a game I need to fucking talk about this year.
What happened?
House.wad. House.wad came out this year.
Is that the Doom mod?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you shared this with us during the freaking Analytical Fanboys episode.
But House.wad came out this year, and it is an existential horror gay love story, kind of. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's very meta. It's very weird.
It has multiple endings?
Yes.
This thing is like a whole game within a game.
Yeah, it takes you. It is weighty enough that it can take you like 3-4 hours to see everything.
And apparently it's like less than 10 minutes on your first playthrough or something. I don't know.
Yeah, if you just follow instructions the way you're meant to follow them, it can just be like quick 10 minutes. But like if you go through all the little things and all the little bits and bobs, it can go into places.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I want to share me a video essay about this later.
I will. Because there has been several.
Yeah, I actually want to look this up because this is actually piquing my interest. You didn't describe it this way during the Analytical Fanboys episode.
Yes, I did.
Oh my god. Maybe you just back being cynical or something. I don't know.
I think it was just y'all just were like, we played the game and it's good, but like we didn't get a chance to play any of the mods. So me just going on about any of them is just like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. Pat. Oh, actually, speaking of fan games, I haven't gotten a chance to go too deep into this one, but Undertale Yellow finally came out, and people have been liking it. That's good. Yeah, it's a prequel starring one of the children, and it's like goes off in its own correct directions with like OCs and stuff, and like people have been really enjoying it. The music is pretty good.
Hasn't there been? Didn't Toby Fox make a? Hey, this is what we're doing for Deltarune?
Yeah, basically, chapters, instead of chapter 3, 4, and 5, it's going to be chapter 3 and 4 coming out.
Okay.
So hopefully next year, we get those. I feel like I still wish you would do one chapter at a time, because I feel like if you released multiple chapters of Deltarune at once, the internet will actually break. Yeah. Because it's just like, either one of them's going to get overshadowed, or both, the internet will just be like, what, 2 Deltarune chapters? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just looking at other games that came out. Like a Dragon Gaiden, Man with Who Erased His Name came out this year.
I heard that was kind of bad, honestly.
Oh.
Like, here's the thing. At least from the Yakuza fans I've spoken to, this feels like people are like, okay, the ending is good, but they stretched it out, and it's like, I don't like what they stretched out, because it feels like it was supposed to be the beginning of Yakuza 8, like a prologue in Yakuza 8 or a cutscene in Yakuza 8.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, this just kind of feels like filler.
Oh, so it's a Phantom Pain situation?
Kinda. And apparently this is, because according to development, this was expanded into a full game at the last minute.
Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. But hey, it came out and same mechanics and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's I mean, actually not the same mechanics. I think it's the first Yakuza to use Unreal. No, that was Ishin. Ishin also came out, and
Yeah, Ishin came out.
The ending has nationalism. that's
Yeah,
all I
it's
know about
fucking
it.
samurai. Of course, it fucking has nationalism.
Yeah, I guess, but it's still a bit, you know.
I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying, like, what the fuck did you expect?
Yes. I don't know. It's weird that it's a remake of a game, so they still kept it in, and they want to appeal to a global audience. So it's like, why would you keep that? I don't know. I might just be nitpicking, but
Yeah. I'm just looking at this list of big games that came out this year. We got a
oh, I didn't really get to
Warhammer
talk
Bolt
about
Gun
Spider-Man
game.
2.
Oh, it's Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
Talk
because
about
I
some
only mentioned
Spider-Mans.
I only mentioned it just being like, they had to patch it in later, but I did 100% the game.
Yep.
This is the most fun Spider-Man game. I still think Miles Morales is better as like a package and a story, but I don't think the story is as bad as people are claiming out to be, because people actually are like really disliking the story.
I have not seen a single thing that would make me go like, yeah, that's not a Spider-Man story, you know?
Yeah, I think it's the Venom stuff, but I'm like, I've seen they've done Harry as Venom before. I've done that before, and it's like they did it fine. Like, yeah, it's a bit reachy, but it's like it works in like a game, like for gameplay, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Eddie Brock isn't Venom because of like some intrinsic thing. It's just he happened to become Venom in the comics, and then he became something big and important. But that's years later.
Yeah, and they already we've already had like 5 years to accept that Harry's gonna be Venom in these games. Like they teased it at the end of the first game, you know.
Yeah,
we've all had, and it's like, and Harry's a well developed character. You know, I'd say he's pretty good. I wish there was a bit more of him in Venom. Like Venom's more of a brute, but I kind of wish they made Harry a bit, like, because Harry's more of an intellectual. That's a terrible word, but you get what
he's
I mean.
something of a scientist himself.
Yeah, he's something of a scientist himself, and I kind of wish we got like some of a mix of brute and scientist in that Venom. It would have been an interesting take, you know, where you have like Venom scheming, kind of like how Beast has been in current X-Men comics, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That just might be me talking out of my ass. I don't know. I just think that could have been interesting.
I just think the way everything's going down, I think you should wait a year to get it though for a lot of people, so it has all the patches and things.
Yeah, you should. I mean, like, granted, I still 100% it. It still plays well. A bunch of the story. I love the side quests. The side quests in this game. Oh, there's some of the best side quests in any Spider-Man game. Like, there's one side quest I don't want to spoil that's like heartbreaking, because it's like, aw, you know.
Yeah.
I try not to spoil much, but like, there's so many cool stuff I don't want to spoil. Like the freaking climax, it does get a bit insane, and Miles does get a terrible costume. But
yeah, that's also probably another reason why people haven't been slagging off the game. That is a bad costume.
Yeah, it sucks because Miles gets a lot of cool alts in this game, because he gets both the Into and Across the Spider-Verse costume.
That's good.
Yeah, and it's like, it actually made me appreciate the differences between both movies' designs. So yeah. Well, I mainly played with the Tokusatsu suit, of course, that I got as a pre-order bonus, and it's cool because in the cutscenes where it's like where Spider-Man's mask comes off and he's like holding it like a flippy I don't know, like it's a helmet in those cutscenes, like real-time cutscenes, which is like, I think that's really cool instead of just a little like ragdoll or like I don't know how to explain it. Not ragdoll, just a thing you clean your windows with.
A rag.
A rag. Okay.
A rag.
I was close.
You were very close.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to spoil too much for Boingo, because I know like he'll want to play it.
I want to play it one day. I just don't have I don't have a system capable of playing it. The same reason why I haven't been able to do a super ton with Street Fighter. Yeah. Because I can boot it up and get in the training mode and play a little bit of World Tour, but like I can't do much more than that.
Yeah, I don't know. The computer would.
Yeah. Support me on whatever platform you want to, so I can buy a new computer.
Patreon, Throne, Ko-Fi, go support Boingo and all those.
Should I put a pre-built computer on my Throne again? Because I had one for a while, but no one ever touched it.
Just don't. I think just money. Actually, like, if I could talk about like the honorary DLC Because DLC for games that came out last year came out this year. And the big one that stood out to me was the Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge DLC. Because they put like a roguelite survival mode in there, along with Karai and Usagi. And Karai is just Juri. Like, they literally take a lot of the animations for Karai is based on Juri. It's amazing.
Oh my god. Now if you're a Turtle fan, you can also get feet.
Exactly. Like, it's hilarious. But it's like, I think this is like the first time 80s Karai has been in a thing. Like, I don't think 80s Karai was ever a thing in the cartoon, but like, they put Karai in the 80s style, you know? And like, it's cool to see, it's always, like, you always gotta get Usagi.
No, Karai was in the fighting game.
Fighting game, okay. So they're probably based it off her.
Yeah.
And which probably explains the Juri thing. Because it's like, hey, a fighting game character, a purple, like, we gotta base it on a purple fighting game character for the modern day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shredder's Revenge, I played it first this year, but the DLC was also just really good. And it came out this year, so I think I can mention it, dang it.
Yeah, you can. I've mentioned so many things that happened last year. That's also because of my piss poor memory.
Yeah. Oh, Everhood 2 got announced.
Yeah,
it's
Everhood
not
2.
out yet, but I'm very excited because Everhood's like my favorite game of all time, I think I'm ready to say.
I need to finish it on stream, probably.
Yeah. Like, what? You got to the twist, right?
Yeah, we have passed the you have to do the big thing across all the characters now.
Yeah, the freaking Yumi Nikki reference.
Yeah. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, speaking of DLC, apparently Cyberpunk 2099 is finally
2077.
Whatever, fuck it.
Yeah, the Cyberpunk game. Yeah, it got. Actually, do you want to talk about video game adaptations?
Oh, we had some adaptation. Twisted Metal came out this year.
Yeah, it was apparently good. I haven't checked it out, but all I know about it is that Anthony Mackie was being a dick to everyone at the Game Awards, which is like, come on, dude. Come on.
I don't know. I having seen a ton of interviews with Anthony Mackie, I think he's just a very sarcastic man.
Yeah. So yeah, his personality probably just didn't mesh with the average Game Awards audience. Also, didn't help that he got more time to say things than the Game of the Year winners. So
yeah, but Anthony Mackie is very much a jokey guy.
Yeah, and he might have pushed his luck too far there.
Yeah, I don't think he's a dickhead. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I hope
Twisted Metal happened. Sonic 2 was last year.
Yeah. Oh, the big one this year that freaking got animation Twitter in the fuzzy. The Super Mario Brothers movie.
Was solid. It was cute.
Yeah, I liked it. It's not the best animated movie of the year, but it's still good.
It's good. It's solid.
Yeah. I'm looking at video game movies that the Gran Turismo movie, which started one of my favorite memes of the year, from gamer to racist, happened.
Yeah, and that's not even like based off of Gran Turismo. It's based off a thing
that real
happened.
Story. Yeah, that happened related to Gran Turismo. It's like, but back to Mario. Yeah, like I thought it was a cute movie. I feel like people are calling it the best thing ever. Not really. It felt like a Nintendo game, but a movie. You know, like not like Nintendo Switch Nintendo, but like Nintendo Wii Nintendo. If that makes sense. Maybe I'm just spitting out words. Who knows? What else? A bunch of announcements for adaptations.
Yeah.
That doesn't really count. That's like, oh, the Borderlands movie got delayed again. Okay.
We had the trailer for Fallout adaptation.
Okay, I will admit that was one of the better parts of the Game Awards because they got like the actual suit on stage.
Yeah.
And it was super cute. I really enjoyed that. The Last of Us. It happened. Moving on.
It happened. And people who don't actually play video games thinks that this is what the height of video gaming is, and is deep intellectual storytelling. And they haven't even played Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah, go play a good game.
Go play a game that's worth a while.
Yeah, enough of these zombie bullshit.
Enough with sad dad zombie bullshit. The moral complexity of it's not good.
It's not good. It's made by a Zionist. Don't play it. Don't watch it. I'm glad. Out of all the things that got shooed off at the Game Awards, I'm glad Neil Druckmann did. Literally, I tweeted out, "Boo, get off the stage," and they got him off the stage literally like 5 seconds later.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Five Nights at Freddy's. That happened.
Were you a little zoomer that liked Five Nights?
No, I was not. Everyone around me was, but I was not. But I still saw the movie, and it was fine. It was a fine movie. It's the most.
It's fine.
It's not terrible. It's not the Kino cinema. It's fine. It's like there's good elements. It's kind of sucks as a horror movie, but it has enough like fun performances that I'm willing to give it out. Like the animatronics were cool because I thought they were just guys in suits. No, those were like robot. They were like robots. You know.
Hell yeah.
And so that it was worth it just to see that, like just to see those animatronics move around. Although I think my biggest problem with the movie, not enough Matthew Lillard. He was barely in it.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's a great dude. He's a good actor.
Yeah, and it sucks that like he was barely in it. I mean, I like Josh Hutcherson. I think he gave a really good performance, but like for what it is, but like I just come on, you have Matthew Lillard and you barely use him. He really only gets like 2 major scenes. They're really good scenes, but like
yeah, shame.
It's gonna still getting a bunch of sequels anyway. So
yeah, I'm trying to think of any other big adaptations that happened this year because it feels like there's one we're missing.
Hurry, maybe Borderlands, but that didn't come out.
No. That
got delayed, and the writer
was there an anime adaptation?
Probably. Oh, Castlevania.
Yeah, we got a new Castlevania. People are mixed
Richter,
on it.
Yeah, Richter. I want to watch it eventually because I like Richter. I hope it's good. We got some news on a Devil May Cry adaptation.
Yeah, it's being worked on by a dude who has a mixed history because he's the guy who did Power / Rangers.
Yeah. And
but if you actually look at the rest of his work, it becomes clear that like, oh, this is meant as a parody.
Yeah. Because he's
it's
like the bootleg universe or some shit.
Yeah, it's called the bootleg universe. It's not.
And you watched his superhero parody, right?
Yeah, it was solid.
Yeah, I know you liked it. I haven't watched it, but like, yeah, I'm interested in checking it out. Also, Captain Laserhawk, aka, I think this might be one of the most overhyped pieces of shit of the year.
I think it's just because
Ubisoft. The Ubisoft stink.
The Ubisoft stink, but also Rayman doing coke. I think that is oh my god, Rayman's doing coke is gonna kill all the Ubisoft executives. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it just that looks like a mess. People are saying it's Ubisoft's Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, you don't know what Kingdom Hearts. You do not. Get your ass out. Take your sorry ass back. Sonic Prime got more episodes. I honestly, it's fine. It's not for me, but it's fine. I think it has some terrible characterization for the cast. Like, I don't like to see the characters this way. I think it has one of the worst versions of Shadow in any Sonic piece of media. But hey, people like it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And then I guess Scott Pilgrim counts, but like not really.
No, it doesn't.
It's a gaming adjacent.
I feel like you know what? Let me go back to this list. So let's see what else came out. Alan Wake 2 came out this year.
Oh yeah, people have been loving that.
Oh yeah, I've been watching some videos about Remedy's game output, and it just makes me go like, damn, I want to go because I own it, but I haven't played it. I want to play Control.
Yeah,
and do the Alan Wakes and try them out.
Yeah, I especially want to because freaking at the Game Awards they kind of spoiled a major thing about freaking the game Alan Wake 2, where it's like there's a musical number, and I'm like, where? Why did you?
I mean, in Alan Wake 1, there is a metal band that are major characters.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Alan Wake until that.
Alan Wake, do you want me to explain it real quick? Because I
want to go in as blind as possible because I think that would be funny.
Because like I can just tell you what they advertise Alan Wake 1 as, which is just a writer goes to a place to relax for a vacation because he's had writer block for several years, and the mysterious things start happening related to his writing.
So it's like The Shining, but on crack.
Yes, not even like hyperbole. Yeah.
Oh my god, I was joking.
It is The Shining on crack.
Yeah. I do, and especially that performance was like one of the better parts of the Game Awards because they actually like went ham on the choreography. It felt like an actual music number.
Well, because here's the thing, Remedy loves to use mixed media in their games, so they have a lot of live action cutscenes.
Oh yeah, because I know Control does.
Yeah. So that they're in the game. There's literally a live action cutscene of them doing that. So that was all already established. It was just neat.
Yeah, it does sound neat.
We talked about Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
We talked about Resident Evil 4.
I feel yeah.
Final Fantasy 16 came out.
Oh yeah, I've been playing that. It's fine.
Is it
Great performances from the cast, amazing cinematic direction, fun gameplay. It felt like there was a bit too many cooks in the kitchen because I learned that like Platinum Games, the Square Enix main development team for 16, the Devil May Cry 5 director, and the Kingdom Hearts team help assist with the combat. Yeah, that's too many cooks.
Especially because you're basing it off of Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, because it's a direct sequel. But it's way better than 15.
Wait, it's a direct sequel?
No. I just I don't know. It's a complete new start. It's more based on 14's like aesthetics and storytelling. Because
what I mean is, yeah, but it's like how there's eras of Final Fantasy where they take similar concepts and build upon it.
No, yeah, we're in the action. This is the action era of Final Fantasy.
There's the NES, then there's the SNES, then there's the PlayStation, then we have the PlayStation 2, then we have the hallway simulator, and now
even then, 15's kind of a hallway sim. Not 15, 16 is a bit hallway-y. It's not like because someone put this out. 13 being a hallway simulator kind of predicted a lot of cinematic games.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to Codex Entry. Good friend. Love her. Go check out her Pathologic video. It's really good.
Damn. Do you just have to have a Pathologic video if you're trying to be a video game video essayist?
I guess. I mean, it's her most
Do we have to do one? Do we have to do one?
I gotta play it first, but we'll see.
We're too ADHD brain to play that game. We will get 5 seconds in and go like, no.
Yeah, true.
No.
True. But I still want to try it out eventually. Maybe if like on the easiest mode, but whatever.
I think I own the sequel on Epic Game Store.
Yeah, because I know the sequel is the one everyone tells you to play if you want to start playing Pathologic.
Oh, I'm subscribed to them.
Yeah, they're the good people. Yeah.
I think it was because of the Pathologic videos.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Codex Entry, good fella. What was I saying?
I don't fucking know.
I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about Final Fantasy. Yeah. 16. Good gameplay. Again, but it still feels a bit restricted. Like there's really only like. They kind of forgot like what made Kingdom Hearts gameplay fun, where there's like combo modifiers, where it's like the more you level up, the more you can enhance, like the more you can change the properties of your sword slashes and how many slashes you do. They don't really do that, and there's really only one base combo they'll have to like switch up. I mean, the actual like gameplay still feels good and still fun, and I love getting like new powers and summons, but like, and I love how the summons are an integral part to the gameplay and story. But one, I'm still early on and the story hasn't grabbed me, admittedly. I hope it does. It just kind of feels like, okay, it's just fantasy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Great performances. I like the character of Clive, but it feels like it could. I wish you could play as multiple characters. I feel like focusing on one character is a big mistake.
Life of P came out. Lies of P.
Life of P. That's a whole other thing.
There's no tigers in this game, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, people are saying it's Bloodborne at home. Positive.
Yeah, I know Huey, friend of the channel, played it and really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Sorry, when you don't have a ton of chance to play games, you can't say like, this is good and it's bad or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to like jump to conclusions and then come out ass later.
Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 came out this year.
And apparently it was mid.
Yeah, because it didn't do it. It is just, here's the game.
Yeah, not much sauce.
Any like bonus material? No.
I mean, there's a bit, but like not like substantial enough to warrant it. And it's like $60.
Any of the bonus materials from the games themselves? What do you mean? Like the VR missions from PlayStation 1 Metal Gear Solid, or like the subsistence releases or the substance releases from the other two? It's like, no, you don't get any of those. So I can't do the skate park in Metal Gear Solid 2? No.
That's lame as shit.
Yeah, it is just the game.
Yeah. What other collect? I feel like some other collections came out there.
Probably. Octopath Traveler.
Sonic happened. Sonic Superstars. Great game. I wish it didn't have boss fights, because the boss fights are so bad. It's so bad.
There's that 3D Sonic game that came exclusively on Apple Arcade.
Yeah, and people are like, you could get an Apple TV to like play this game, and I'm like, we're just recreating plug and plays at this point to just play the new Sonic game. And I heard it's like
Yeah.
it's fine. It's
Yeah.
people like the animation, but like that's like the bare minimum you can say about a game based on that's very cartoony. I don't know.
Octopath Traveler 2 came out. I've
Yeah.
heard that it improved a lot of the faults of the first one.
Yeah, my friend's been really gassing it up, and I'm like, I'll check it.
Because the first one had all these characters, but they didn't interact with each other. They had their own storylines.
Yeah, apparently
And
they interact
they're
this
interacting
time.
a lot. Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, I will try it out. Although I kind of prefer the first game's character designs from what I've seen. Like, I just like it's weird because I'm pretty sure the second one's better, but I like the character concepts and designs from the first game better. So
Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden came out on platforms.
yeah,
Got a re-release.
The portable port's apparently horrible, but it's still playable. So
well, we're getting a remake of it anyway. So I don't give a
yeah,
shit.
very game of the year 2024.
Also, Persona 5 Tactica.
Yeah, I heard it's fine. Although I heard the DLC campaign was a bit mixed, but I heard the actual game was fine. But apparently it didn't even need Persona 5 characters. But I think it kind of might have. It might just fit thematically, and also you just want to like get more out of the Persona 5 name. I don't know.
Yeah. Star Wars Jedi Survivor came out this year.
It came out. People complained because it was buggy, and then it kind of dropped off the face of the discussion.
Yeah. That's happened. I think that was also during the time when just people were like,
Star Wars burnt out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say burnout, Star Wars burnout. It's just people are just like, I am tired of everyone bitching and moaning about Star Wars.
Yeah. What Star? Let me check. When was this? Because this came out in March. I feel like a Star Wars product came out. Star Wars
Season 3 of Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, people were like mixed on that. Okay.
I like it.
That makes sense. I know you liked it. I know you don't have to tell me. You don't have to dox yourself. I should still watch in Boba Fett, but I'm just a bit like maybe later. Maybe later. I know I'll like it.
I'm not saying you have to. It's fair.
Yeah.
Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun came out, which was...
I have no idea what any of those words mean, Boingo.
Okay, so
I know what Warhammer is, but like I'm just
okay.
Like,
they made a boomer shooter kind of revival-y game based off of Warhammer 40k.
Oh, that actually might sell me on the franchise.
I say boomer shooter. It's not fast. It is you are a big chudgy dude running through the world, but it is pixely. It's goofy. It's fun.
Yeah, again, this might sell me.
Yeah. But it's like this is the first time I think a major IP or anything of that way has interacted with the boomer shooter revival, because it's all been indie so far. It's just been Dusk and the guys at New Blood.
And maybe you saw a port of 2 of like an older game. Like
but that's also still in like that sphere because that was by Night Dive.
Yeah, Night Dive does good work.
But like it's interesting to see like this revival of an old genre being kind of like shepherded by a major IP. It's like, oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
I can't think of any more games that need to be discussed.
We talked about every game ever.
Some more things happened in the industry.
Oh, the layoffs.
Layoffs have happened, but there's also been more and more talks of unionization in a variety of fields.
Yeah, like Sega of America wants to unionize, which is good.
I think they are a union. I don't think Sega of America hasn't recognized it officially.
Yeah,
yet.
That's what I'm saying. It's like Sega of America needs to recognize that shit.
But also, SAG barred some interactions with some game studios until things were improved.
Yeah, and you can still argue if that was improved.
With the game studios individually, not with the strike.
Mm.
The strike is overall pretty good. They got what they wanted.
Yeah, even if the AI shit was still like a lot of people are still not happy with how the AI.
The AI shit is open ended, but it's very much there's a noose around its neck kind of thing.
I get that, but people are still like mad, and like people in the industry are still mad. So it's like, yeah. I
think a lot of them are being silly because it's like it's very clear what the language is setting up, that the studios aren't gonna want to deal with that.
Maybe I don't know. It's they. I don't know. I don't want to get into it too much because it's like that whole debacle.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
It's been a whole thing throughout the year that's just been, oh my god, stuff. Can we just create art, man? I just want to make art. I just want to make cool shit.
And indie games just keep coming out and keep coming.
Yeah. The Game Awards suck this year, but hey.
They suck every year.
Yeah, but like even more so this year. But like.
Announcements that happened. Fucking Hideo Kojima and
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele are making a game together.
Yeah, I'm a bit mixed because I heard Jordan Peele has been like signing some Zionist shit, but hey, it's just if I, Kojima, it's still Kojima. I'm still gonna try it out.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Is there any games? I can't think of any games that I'm excited for next year.
I know Persona for me, but like I know you can't play it, so.
So yeah.
So there's Yakuza 8 is coming out. Tekken 8, the Ace Attorney Collection 2, Apollo Justice Boogaloo. Final Fantasy 7 Remake 2.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that because I love the first remake part. I'm very excited.
Maximilian dude.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm mostly excited for Persona, but like I'm interested to let's go, remake part 2. I still haven't played Intergrade though. I really should play Intergrade. The little Yuffie campaign they did. I might just skip. I might just go straight to Rebirth. I feel like there's another game coming out in February. No, it's not weird. All the games I'm excited for come out in like the first 2 months of the year.
I'm done. I'm out. Yeah,
that's
you can keep going on. Yeah, no, it's games. It's happening. Video
games. Treat your video game workers with respect, companies, or we will kick you and not give you money.
Yeah. But I think we can wrap that up. Hey Buster, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, hi, I'm Buster Corp. I haven't really made a video about a video game in a bit. What was the last one I did? Let me check.
I mean, technically you made a Scott the Woz video.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. The last video game video I made was the Mario Wonder video a month ago or 2 months ago. Yeah, that was a fun video. Go check it out. Also, the Wonderful 101 video. I like that, but nobody viewed it. I do want to get more video game videos out, but hey, I got videos on tokusatsu, comic books, movies, all sorts of fun stuff, and yeah. So hopefully next year will be better than the last.
Yeah, I'm Boingo. You can check me out on twitch.tv/BoingoWriter. You can find me on YouTube at BoingoWriter. I'm on a variety of social media platforms: Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Bluesky, Mastodon, at BoingoWriter, at BoingoWriter, or at Boingo_writer. And this has been Modular Media. This is a place where we make a variety of content. We have components where we fuck around and find out, just joke around like this, but less about video games and more about life.
Yeah, just we there's no limits on components.
We also have Analytical Fanboys, which is a monthly media cast where we go through a piece of media that one member selects and we talk about it. This month,
we're doing Motor City.
Yeah, Motor City. I started watching it.
I need to start.
Jesus Christ. We are bad at this.
Yeah. No, I was gonna start like either very soon, like in a couple days, but like
yeah, that it's sad, but that's all the podcasts we have now. We have No Prize, which is a comic book podcast.
Ending.
That's ending. Well, it's ending in its current form. It'll return much like Jean Grey, like a phoenix.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening with Twit. That's all in my hands. I'll let you know later.
But please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Tell us what you think. Tell us which games you liked this year and what games you're looking forward to next year. We don't have a way to end this. We don't have a joke.
Screw Genshin Impact.
Which is funny.
I know your friend group loves it.
My friend group loves Genshin. Till next year, everybody.